playing a boomer skill. Didn't you see Exile's tier list build? If you're bad, just play Retaliation or RF. Easy. Yeah, if you're just bad, just play those skills. It's fine. Wasn't that Tai Tai? That was one of them. White people all look the same. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? White people all look the same. Thank you for... That was a PSA. Thank you. Appreciate it. You look like Trump? That's not what we meant. Ah, fuck it. Who cares? Go for it, dude. Oh yeah, my skill gem is still Earth Shatter. Holy Strike's not in the game yet. Trump dead soon? We don't know. He has a giant fucking like crusty red plate on his neck, right below his right ear, where he supposedly got shot, and his ear looks like it's completely healed. That's some good plastic, sir. Look, that's some good plastic surgery, because his ear should be fucking gone. Dude, powered by stupidity. Might just live forever, dude. There's no justice. There's no justice in this world. The arc of justice does indeed not bend toward justice. The arc of the universe does indeed not bend toward justice. Oh, paper. Did you know? I started using my 3D printer. I'm very excited. Very excited to be able to tell you this. I feel like I've fallen into a rabbit hole. No lie. Ugh, that's rough. You were arguing with this dumb hoe, but she started it? She was arguing with someone else? Did you miss the part where I have a degree? It's fairness. It would be unfair if he didn't have one you expected him to. I mean, you can find a good job without having a degree. Not white knighting here, but yeah, she's right. You can have a good job without a degree. There are plenty of people with degrees that have terrible fucking jobs. And there are plenty of people who don't have degrees who are still technical experts in their field. Like, you don't... Like, yeah, there are some advantages to having a degree, especially if you're in a technical field, but just because you have a degree doesn't mean that you're making money, right? If his... like, she says, oh, I have a degree, like... If the degree isn't, like, if the degree is in finances or any of the hard sciences, okay, yeah, your degree actually means something. If your degree is in the fucking humanities, that's not a, no. Alright? Like, having an English degree is not helpful unless you're teaching or actively writing and you're like a published author. Men are more than their income, but you don't have a degree she values. Do I value your degree? Do I value her? What's her degree? Yo, you want a degree? What's your degree? She says she's a nurse? Is that from like an accredited institution? Like, post her nudes constantly? Oh boy. Quality, please don't share them with me. Not the news are bad. please don't share that. Delete that! My god! Delete that shit, thank you. Imagine the ego when you look like that. I guess she has standards. Alright. Well, in any case... Is paper even here still? Do I have a degree? Yes. Actually, you know what? For the purposes of this, for the purposes of who you're about to hook me up with, the answer is no. Does paper have a degree? What do you practice with dominating blow? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what you would practice with. Absolution, that's not melee? No, most certainly is not. Yeah, Smite would be the closest. Smite's not a strike though, is it? Wait, yes it is. Smite is a strike. Yeah, Smite is a strike. You'd have to level Smite. Well, to simulate what you're going through. It also has the, does it have the damage conversion? Yeah, it also has the damage conversion, too. You went to the store this morning with your girlfriend at 7 a.m.? Was it cold? Is that the moon or the sun? Never mind. Don't answer that. Don't say anything. Depending on where the moon is, it could have been the moon. It's entirely possible to see the moon with the naked eye at certain times of the year. Yeah, but it wouldn't be filling up the night sky. But it wouldn't be filling up the sky. Yeah, that right there is your problem. Yeah, dude. Easily, we're gonna be auto-exert, like, Guardian, we're gonna be auto-exerting Smite on General's Cry. And fucking Battle Mage's Cry some shit, like... What spell would we even Battle Mage Cry with? When you got home, you look at the ceiling, you were like, is this the sun or the ceiling? Well, if there's a hole in your roof, it could be both. Alright. It is 1:30 a.m. I need to go to sleep. And is there anyone streaming? Why would you use Battle Mage? Because it gives you another exert. On auto exert. There are plenty of spells that can increase the damage of your minions for you. Waggle just got off. I know, I was going to host Waggle. I was going to send you guys to Waggle and have 3 viewers for once. But it seems paper is gone. What spells? If you summoned a tornado, you could hit the tornado and shock the tornado, and then the tornado would shock stuff for you. Oh wait, no, you'd have the Mace Mastery, so you'd have a chill. So you'd have an AoE chill. Ooh! Ooh, that could... if you did Hydrosphere, if you hit the Hydrosphere, and you chill it, everything around the sphere is chilled. Are we talking about leveling or later? No, later. Later, like you're not gonna have the mana reservation to auto exert Battle Mage's Cry. No. This is after you get your, like, this is like one of the least important auto exerts that you need. We can't chill with just Frost Breath. You would, but this will give you more coverage. Right, because if the Hydrosphere is moving when you hit something, and then something doesn't get hit by your first attack and it's not chilled yet, it can get chilled by the Hydrosphere while it's walking towards you. This is not Battle Mage's Cry is like really low on the I want to fit in more damage from my auto exert. Wait, no, it starts at chilling. Drench is chill. Since it summons a copy of your weapon, it'll use it. Yeah, yes. So I was thinking to myself, oh, well, can't we use Brutus's Lead Sprinkler with this? And then I realized your minions won't inherit your strength. The only way for your minions to inherit strength is if you're using zombies with Baron. So Brutus Lead Sprinkler would actually be like very bad. So yeah, mods on your weapon will be very important. Like doing double damage, yeah, that's gonna fuck. So Frost Breath in this case is probably one of the plays. If you wanted to, if there are other options for Battle Mage's Cry, you could Battle Mage's Cry Purifying Flame. That gives you Consecrated Ground. Theoretically, if you wanted to use Orb of Storms, you could. And then Orb of Storms support with Blind. That's another defensive layer. Potentially the new Orb of Storms could be a thing. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna. It seems like it's just a shorter version of Penance Brand, or shorter version of Orb of Storms. Wonder how they interact with Mjolnir. I don't believe Mjolnir can proc with proxies. Yeah, I don't think Mjolnir can proc with proxies, because we've had melee totems with but they don't use a copy of your weapon. They only inherit your offensive stats. That's a pretty good question. It says copy. Yeah, it says copy your weapon. But minions don't use skills granted by the weapon, because we also have nulls. And you can't put nulls on a Bama minion and have that Bama minion summon, like, SRS. Another option for Battle Mage's Cry would be Void Sphere. Eats corpses, hinders enemies. That's an option. Wave of Conviction to reduce enemy resistances. This is also an option. Cold Snap to give you frenzy charges. Right? You do cold. I mean, why would you use Cold Snap when you can use Blood Rage? Well, fuck Blood Rage. We went two-hander. Brain Rattler would be Giga damage. Yeah, Brain Rattler would be an option, because it gives you... Brain Rattler can... Brain Rattler would convert the rest of your damage into lightning because it already has 50% on it, but then it gives you treat your damage like 3 times shock. But your block, yeah, your block would be very bad. You would have to take the Guardian Node that gives you 25% block, and then also invest in the block. But it would have to be generic block and not staff block, which is obviously harder to get. You'd have to get more jewels. The pen is really strong. Yeah, it gives you 20%, I think. Just starting out. Yeah, 20% lightning pen. Enemies you shock have 30% reduced cast speed, 20% reduced movement speed. Shock enemies is dealing 300% more damage. Yo. Marugi Kugi. Yeah. Tahoe is felling, yo. Unfortunately, the Tahoe is chosen does not inherit your buffs, but it's very cool. How about Kongor's Onslaught? Whenever you critical strike and hits can't be evaded? I mean, if you find that. I mean, if you found that and you didn't find a better stick, that wouldn't actually be that actually wouldn't be that bad. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. What if you use Replica Tripanon? It has minus 5,000 accuracy, but minion hits always hit. You think we're going to heist? Yes. Oh, bro, what? Ooh, bro, Replica Tripanon. Replica Tripanon, dude. The base damage doesn't exist. Just use added cooldown lightning. Just use added cooldown lightning, dude. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh! You get the damage. You get the damage from the relics. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, yeah, maybe Frost Breath with the shield is actually unironically the play. That might actually be the play. I don't know about staves. Staves. You might be right. You might be right about one-handed shield. You might be right with Mason shield. You might be right about this. I don't think there's a good enough unique staff to actually help you get through this. Maybe while you're leveling, but good unique scepters? Nah, I checked. There's none with good enough base damage. There is one with there's Nycta's Lantern, which is like 200% fizz, and it gives you between 70 and 150 fire damage. That one's actually very good for leveling. Not just unironically as a stick to hit people with, but also because it gives you Battle Mage. So if you're using spells, you can just use it as a stat stick. Because you're going to get like 200 Fizz and 200 fire damage. And you just put that on their spell. If you find Martyr of Innocence, you could use Martyr of Innocence. That gives you Battle Mage's Cry. Put Auto Exert. If you find this early, right, and you're level 52, this also gives you Battle Mage. It also gives you a shit ton of fire damage. And then you get 100% increased fire damage. So theoretically, you could proc like a fire spell with this while leveling. And it's only level 52. Does this have a drop restriction? It can drop anywhere. It can be chanced. So you could blow the fuck up out of something with a fire spell. At least while leveling. If you can get this, if this drops, I would absolutely use this if it dropped. Now, will you have to keep using this as you go into maps and you can't find Frost Breath? Yeah, probably. But the problem with Martyr of Innocence is that it doesn't have Fizz damage. It doesn't have base fill. Augury, yeah, that's not a thing. That's not a thing anymore. No. Augury is not a thing anymore, dude. No. Just fucking stop. No. I see the gears spinning in your head. Stop. Do the minions get the buffs? From what? From Augury? Or from what? Which buffs are you talking about? Oh, from I actually don't know. Well, there would be no reason for them to have Resolute Technique because they already always hit. But Elemental Overload could give them 40% more. Well, is it even worth it to give them Elemental Overload? Because they would... Because the minions, if they get refreshed, it's a new minion. But it says gain Elemental Overload. Do you continuously gain the buff? I don't think you continuously gain the buff. I think the minion that is alive at the time that it switches over from RT into EO gets that buff, but then it refreshes itself and the minion goes away. You don't know if they get the buffs on the weapon? Yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know, actually. It's just confusing. Well, yeah, just remember... Just... Minions don't typically get... So, for the sake of argument, minions don't typically get copies of the skill tree for them to then inherit the mods from the skill tree. In general. right? Like the shit like this, people like shit like this it would be like Animate Guardian doesn't do half the shit we expect it to. Did I see Gazzy's take on this gem? He wanted to do Chieftain, right? I think this could work. I don't think that his idea is cooked. If war cries and stuff work, they'll work on you, but the only way to directly buff the minions is with Rallying Cry, and they inherit your main weapon plus a buff based on the damage of your weapon. So, you know, it's 25% or whatever, right? So let's just say you give them an extra 25% on the base damage of the weapon. And then Combust allows them to blow mobs up if they kill it. But you were also blowing up the mobs while you were killing them. That'd be painful labeling, no Twin Gear, no Sentinel. Yeah. I figured you would level as a regular slammer. Or maybe Holy Strike is just good enough that even without the, as long as you get spiritual aid, it might be good enough for you to just be chilling. Right? He's starting down below Guardian since he's too uncertain about the skill. Okay, yeah. That kind of solves it then. Yeah, Warcry buff effect. Yeah, that's... His build is going to be very tanky, though. He will be very, very fucking tanky. That's probably a reroll. Oh, making the chieftain version? Yeah. Transstatic? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I want to play with. I don't know if I want to play EA or if I want to play this. I think this might be easy. I think this might be easier to play without Twink Gear. But I want Twink Gear. Go Aerith with paper? No. Anyways. It's 1:45. I said I was gonna go to sleep. I was gonna start going to sleep like 20 minutes ago. So, alright. Alright. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll keep talking about it. Wow, I streamed for 4.5 hours. I didn't think I'd be streaming that long. Very cool. Alright. See you tomorrow. We're not gonna host anyone. Because Waggle's already offline. No one else to meme host. Alright. Night.